Welcome to Deadly Dames, and this is going to be my complete DVD collection part 4. So, in front of you can see the Jaws 2, 3 and The Terrible Part 4 on DVD. I did recently upgrade these to Blu-ray, but I just watched Jaws 3 and the Blu-ray transfer is pretty bad, so I think I'll hang on to the DVD as well. Plus, I really like the Jaws movies, okay? I have to admit it, I just love them. Deep Blue Sea. It's not the best shark movie in the world, but it's just silly fun, so I enjoy watching Deep Blue Sea. Then we have some Robert Englund goodness with The Mangler. Fear of the Dark. Dagon. I actually really like this movie. It's a Stuart Gordon film, so it's one of the Stuart Gordon films that don't seem to get a lot of interest for some reason, but I just really do like it. The remake of Last House on the Left, which I actually thought, for a remake, it's not that bad. I actually thought it was a pretty good remake. Then we've got the original Last House on the Left. This is the Ultimate 3-disc edition. It's quite funny. It's actually, as far as I'm aware, never been released in the UK completely uncut. But there's a documentary on this that shows you, it does say uncut, but there were scenes in here that they didn't put back in even to the uncut one, which is funny because in the documentary they show you them, so it kind of defeated the purpose to me. Return to Nukem High Volume 1. I actually really liked Volume 1. I'm looking forward to Volume 2. Jack Frost and Jack Frost 2. Now this is a whole load of collection DVDs, and I think these are all Region 1, but they were very cheap, so that's why I got them. So we've got a collection of 10 movies, so it's got Curtains, Dead of Winter, is it Howling 6, I think that says, Transfers, even though I've got that in Blu-ray, Keepsake, Prom Night, Wages of Sin, Hell's Highway, Puppet Master and Shaded Places. I actually originally bought this for Prom Night and for Curtains, which since then I've actually got additional versions of them, but it was a really cheap box set and there's a couple of classics in there. So 12 Gorehouse Greats. They're all just sort of silly black and white films, but again it was really cheap. 12 Creature Features. Exactly the same, a lot of black and white features, but there's just some in there that's really funny, like Bride of Godzilla and Bride of the Gorilla, should I say, in Kong Island. And then we've got I don't own a lot of Scream Factory things, but this is one of the ones that I do own, and it was just because it was really cheap. I really wanted to watch What's the Matter with Helen. The Outing, which I didn't realise is actually the same as The Lamp. And I remember having The Lamp on VHS when I was younger, and it's just a silly but really fun film. Another Scream Factory 4. I bought this for Cellar Dweller, but since I've bought a UK release of Cellar Dweller, but it's still worth it for the other films. I bought this one for Someone Is Watching Me, which is a TV movie John Carpenter did. It's also got Deadly Friend on there, which is a Wes Craven film. I haven't watched the other two, but it was cheap enough, so I picked that up as well. And then I have 6 horror films. Oh, sorry about the glare there. Main reason I bought this is because I am a massive Return of the Living Dead fan, and I really just wanted to see what 4 and 5 were all about. They're crap, I can safely tell you that, but it was the main reason that I did actually buy this. I really don't know why I still hung on to it, but I suppose it's just because it's cheap and it was fun. And then we've got an 8 movie collection from the same company. Bought this for Chud 2 and The Unholy. I do have Chop 'Em All, Waxworks, Class of 1999, Slaughter High. I'm not too fussed about Ghoulies 3 or 976 Evil 2, but I've got all the other ones on additional copies. But I think it was £5 for this. It was a really cheap collection. And then from the same company again, another 6 horror movies. Again, bought for parents at Blood Diner. Blood Diner is amazing, and it's actually going to be playing here in the UK, so if you're from or near Glasgow, there's a place called the Old Hairdressers that are going to be playing it. I think it's on the 9th of September, but if you just check it on internet, it'll tell you the date. They're playing Blood Diner, Night of the Creeps. Definitely going to get me some tickets for that. again from the same company. I actually hadn't seen any of the ones that's on this. It was just because it was really cheap that I picked them up, and you know something, I still haven't watched them. So if anyone out there has seen any of the ones that's on this one and want to recommend one of them to me, certainly feel free to do so. And then one of the funniest films that I've ever seen, I only picked it up because it made me laugh. It's called Flesh Gordon, so it's obviously like a kind of spoofy, kind of porny type rip-off of Flash Gordon. It was hilarious from beginning to end. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. So if you do see it kicking about, pick it up and just give it a go. It was really funny. And then Flesh Gordon 2, which I haven't actually got round to watching yet, so I still need to do that. So if anyone else out there has seen Flesh Gordon 2, please let me know. It's on my list of things I need to watch. Sorry, I was just flipping the record over there. Iron Skies, I've actually just recently upgraded this to the Steelbook, which is in the post. So I will be trading this in when I receive my Steelbook. Hobo with a Shotgun with the Amazing Dudes design artwork on the front of it. I thought this was a great throwback to that style of movie. Really entertaining, really funny, and it actually is for probably the first movie that I've seen Rutger Hauer in that I didn't just constantly think, oh my god, he's a creepy guy from Hitcher, because he is truly, like, that character from Hitcher tormented me for my whole childhood, and I couldn't look at Rutger Hauer in any other movie without thinking of him as the Hitcher, and I think this is probably the first movie where I thought of him differently. And then The City of Lost Children, which is actually a Spanish movie, but it is really good. I haven't seen it in a very long time, so I think it's due another watch. Troll Hunter, really enjoyed Troll Hunter. It took me by surprise. I expected it to be crap, if I'm honest, but I did actually really like it. And this is a movie that my sister recommended to me, that it took me a long time to actually put it on and watch it, but wow, it is absolutely phenomenal. And if you've never seen Ink, I recommend getting yourself a copy of it. The remake of Black Christmas, so Black Xmas. You know something, this is actually probably a bit of a guilty pleasure of mine. I really do like this remake. It is a bit daft, but it's one of those ones that you could just watch without really thinking too much. And then I've got, now this is actually a Region 1 release, because there isn't a release of Silent Night Deadly Night Part 2 in the UK as far as I'm aware, and again if I'm wrong please someone correct me because I would like to pick it up. But this is just a Region 1 double bill of Silent Night Deadly Night 1 and 2. Then a triple feature, really just picked up because I wanted to see what the remake of The Hitcher was like. And it was funny because I was talking to this with my other half this morning. I can't remember it now. I've watched it and I can't actually remember it, so obviously tells you how good it was if it's literally not memorable enough for me to remember much about it. I've never watched The Marsh, and Vacancy I actually really did enjoy. And then The Amazing Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. I need to pick up the steelbook of this. It's an amazing movie, and the steelbook, again, it's got that beautiful red colour that makes me buy every steelbook I see that's red. So I really do need to pick that up. Serbian film, what do we say? Newborn Pawn. This movie suffers from something I like to call an absolute phenomenal movie about really horrible subject matter. Serbian film is well acted, well directed, great sets, brilliant colouring, like everything about it, the music, everything was amazing in this movie, but the actual subject matter was horrific. It gave me nightmares. That newborn porn bit was horrific. And I've actually never seen the uncut edition of it. I don't think I want to. It's probably one of the only movies where I've went, you know what, I don't really need to see the uncut version of it. But I would still recommend that people watch it, because there is so much about this movie that is phenomenal. Yes, it will probably scar you a little bit, but it's an amazing film, so just give it a go. You don't have to watch the uncut version, you don't need to be that brave, just watch this one. And then we've got the Feast trilogy. Oops, throwing it down. This is just fun. The first Feast took me by surprise. I didn't think I was going to like it. I thought it was going to be a bit of a stupid film. I'd actually watched it after watching a couple of other ones that I thought, oh, this is rubbish. And I thought, oh, well, I just put on the last one, why not? And this one sort of redeemed the night for me. 2 and 3 go a bit off on a tangent. A bit similar to how Hatchet 2 and 3 start doing its own thing. That's kind of what happens with Feast 2 and 3, but it's still a really good trilogy, so I would recommend it. And then Pumpkinhead. The first Pumpkinhead's still classic. 2, 3 and 4 not so much, but the first one is still a classic. And then these are actually some of the first DVDs that I bought. So the first DVDs that I actually ever bought, and I always remember it was, you're going to laugh at some of these, but the very first one I ever got was Rocky Horror Picture Show. Very quickly followed by Nightmare on Elm Street and The Fast and the Furious, believe it or not. But then I bought this one, which is one of the only ones I've still kind of hung on to, and I've not, even though I've upgraded to a different version now, I still hung on to this Evil Dead. It's just got a special place for me. The same with the sequel and the third, of course. So even though I do have DVD versions of them, I still had to hang on to these ones. And then we've got Piranha 3DD. It's just a bit of fun. Waxworks. Contracted Phase 1 and Contracted Phase 2. I've actually not watched Phase 2 yet. It's on my very, very big to be watch pile. Excuse me. I'm still getting over that bad cold that I had. Offspring, which is actually sort of the unofficial pre-sequel to The Woman. So I just enjoyed it. It's just cannibal fun. Rawhead Rex. It's not the best Clive Barker adaptation, but I just really like the monster, and I just really like this film, if I'm honest. It is a little bit of a guilty pleasure. Graveyard Disturbance. I will upgrade this if anyone ever actually gets round to doing a decent edition of Graveyard Disturbance. I just like this Lamberto Bava movie. Skeleton Key. It's quite funny. Skeleton Key came out round about the time that like America went remake Asian movie mad, and I didn't really like the American remake of The Ring or Dark Water. I did like the American remake of The Grudge. I actually thought that was better than the original, because the original was very long-winded and the American one just kind of took all the good parts and put it into one movie. But the Skeleton Key is actually one of those remakes that I did like, so that's why I still have it. And then Splice. Splice got a hard time. I liked it. It's actually a movie that's got a really disturbing scene in it, one that kind of sticks with you. But I really like it. I like Sarah Polley, and that's what made me pick this movie up, and I'm glad that I did pick it up, because I actually really did enjoy it. I'm getting near the bottom here. Madhouse. It's just a good fun film. And then the Bruce Campbell collection. I think everybody should own the Bruce Campbell collection. It's got My Name is Bruce, Bubba Hotep, Alien Apocalypse, and The Man with the Screaming Brain. All of them are just silly fun. Bubba Hotep's probably the best one in that. It's just really, really funny. Bruce Campbell's Elvis. What can you say? Innkeepers. Good laugh. As Above, So Below. Took me by surprise. Expected it to be a load of rubbish, but it was actually quite entertaining. The original Hills of Eyes. I have got the new release on pre-order from Arrow Video, but I think I'll still hang on to this because it's got a wee bit of a special place for me. It took me a long time to find it, and I was glad when I finally did. Then the double pack of Hills of Eyes Remake 1 and 2. Really do like the remake of 1. 2's not so much, but I really do love number 1. Dead Hooker in a Trunk. Really funny film. And American Mary. Excellent, excellent movie. What can you say? Catherine Isabel, and the storyline's just phenomenal. And then we're nearly at the end here. So, my Spanish release of In the Mouth of Madness, because no one else has done a decent edition of it. The Terrifying Hitcher. Prom Night, all 4 of them. Silent House. I actually prefer this edition to the Spanish one. Basket Case Trilogy. Devil's Business. And then, can I squeeze in the last ones? I think I can. Maniac Cop 2. Wish I could get the release of Maniac Cop 3. Can't find it anywhere. And even though I've got them on Blu-ray, I still hang on to the DVD release of the Alien Quadrilogy. So that is everything for the complete DVD collection part 4. I'll be doing the rest of it as soon as I can. But as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and leave any comments below. Take care.